Hey y'all, welcome back to Cash Cards. Rob here. Man, I went to a card show yesterday and I had such a fun time, man. It was a really good time with my buddy. And I just want to show you what I picked up. And some of the things I picked up are just out of my comfort zone. There are things that I normally do not pick up, but I might be changing a bit as a collector. I don't know. I'm seeing some things that are catching my eye, and I'm going after them. So I'll show those at the end, and we'll start with the first three pickups are kind of in my wheelhouse. So let's go. Number one, I got this Brian Wilson auto, and man, this guy, and I didn't pay 10, I paid $5. Guy this was at the end of the show. He said everything was half off, so I had to get this one. I thought for $5, man, a really good player like Brian Wilson, fan favorite. I could not turn that deal down. Loved that beard that he used to have, man, and he was just fiery on the mound. So really big fan of his back in the day, and glad to pick that one up. Put him right here. And the next one, and I think this guy right here is going to be in the Hall of Fame one day as a manager, and it's Dusty Baker. Another auto. I thought it was a really cool signature on this one, and I love the Topps heritage. I like that he's in his old Braves uniform. That's one of my favorite uniforms, and it was a really, really cool card. Here's the back. $35. I ended up getting a really good deal on this. I got this for 20. So $20 I thought for probably a future Hall of Famer. I could not turn that deal down as well. So former manager of my Reds too. So I had to pick that one up. And the last of my normal pickups is this 2018 Topps Tier 1 Tim Wakefield auto. Man, I love this card. I've seen this a couple times at the show, and finally pulled the trigger today. He was just one of my favorite pitchers to watch, the knuckleballer. I do want to pick up one of his autos in a Red Sox uniform one day, but man, I couldn't turn this one down. I remember when he came up with the Pirates. I mean, he had an unbelievable postseason against Atlanta one year, and just a great player and a great guy who was taken from us way too early, but loved watching him pitch. Here's the back of it, and this one graded a 10/10. I don't really send autos in to get graded, but I thought this was a really good deal, and couldn't turn it down. So there's the old Tim Wakefield. Now, sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit, guys, so you have to bear with me a bit. Here are some of the pickups that I normally do not get. If you've watched my channel, would you ever think I'd pick up a golf card? No, but I did. I picked up this Payne Stewart, and man, this is such a cool card. I just love the image on this. I mean, this guy had such a distinctive style, and he was my favorite golfer for quite a while back when I was a kid, and I had never seen these cards before. I'm not sure the exact year. I did not look this one up. It says Fax Packs, Knowledge in a Nutshell. But here's the back. It's got a really cool back. Talks about his success and his career earnings, all that kind of stuff, his ranking. So I will have to look up the year. I'm not sure if this is in the 80s, maybe late 80s. But just, I thought it was a beautiful image on this card, man. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, and he's another guy. He died in a plane crash and was just taken from us way too soon. He won 11 PGA Tour events. He won the 89 PGA Championship, won a couple U.S. Opens, and he was exciting to watch, man. He had a really cool personality, and he became my favorite golfer for quite a few years. So picked up that Payne Stewart, and then I picked up couple football cards, including this. This is a 1970 Topps Super of Greg Cook, Bengal player. He was on those early Bengal teams back in the late 60s. Here's the back, and this guy was just a shooting star, man. He came and went, just an unbelievable talent. Unfortunately, in his third game. I believe he got sacked and tore his rotator cuff, and he had surgery after surgery, and it seemed like it only made it worse. I mean, surgeries weren't like they are nowadays back then. And man, I just heard some great stories about him. All the older Bengal fans talk about how great he was. He went to the University of Cincinnati, set tons of records there. Then the Bengals drafted him, I think, 5th overall. And, I mean, he led the AFL in passing his rookie season. Could throw bombs, could run. And Bill Walsh, the 49ers' great head coach, was his offensive coordinator. And I'll read a real quick quote. But Bill Walsh once said, quote, "Greg Cook, I believe the greatest talent to play the position. He could play today or any time in the history of the NFL. While he played, he was the best there was." So that's from Bill Walsh, man. And I mean, he coached Joe Montana, Steve Young. I mean, many great quarterbacks. So I was happy to pick that one up. And then this one. I was actually looking at this one online on eBay not too long ago, and it just appeared at the show. It's this Bob Trumpy. And this is 1968 through 1970 Partridge Meats. And I thought this was just such a very cool card, man. Love the image on this. It's a blank back, but just the black and white, the Partridge logo down here. Just a super card, man. This really caught my eye. And I just love Bob Trumpy. I mean, I never got to see him play, but I heard him on the radio. He did sports talk radio. He was like the pioneer for sports talk radio. He had a show on 700 WLW back when I was a kid that I used to love listening to. And then he was like a broadcaster for the NFL. He did Super Bowls, Pro Bowls, and I know he also broadcasted in the Olympics. So, I mean, he was just a great tight end for the Bengals, maybe the greatest they ever had. And he caught the first touchdown in Bengals history. And I just absolutely love that card, man. I think it's so cool. And last but not least, we go back to baseball. And this is a little bit in my wheelhouse, but this is from 1977. And I don't know if I can get this on the screen or not. It's going to be a tough one with the glare and all that. But it's a 1977 Pepsi Cola collection glove disc. And it's the full glove of Nolan Ryan. And I got this for $7. Thought it was so cool, man. And the condition is just wonderful. I mean, it is like in really, really, really good condition. Love it. Here's the back. It's got a little t-shirt with Pete Rose on there. I don't know if I can get it all on the screen, guys, but just thought this was super cool. And I mean, for $7, something in this condition of Nolan Ryan from the 70s, man, I could not turn it down. So that's it. That's my pickups. Little different than you normally see, but tell me what you think. Am I changing as a collector? Is this cool? I don't know, but I'm just buying stuff I like, and I enjoyed these pickups, and I really enjoyed you guys stopping by, checking out this video. So y'all take care, and God bless. Bye.